Hi, I'm Julie Peters, and today I want to talk to you about the difference between Wild Thing pose and the flip dog. So these are two poses that are often taught together. They kind of come in from the same place, three-legged downward facing dog. And I see a lot of students kind of not sure what to do with the feet when they get into the poses. So they are called different things in different cities sometimes. It doesn't really matter, but it's important that you know the difference between the two poses so that you can stay safe the whole way around. I'm going to explain before I show, because it's a little bit hard to talk and do the poses at the same time, and I'll show you a couple of different transitions through it. So for me, Wild Thing pose is a version of side plank, okay? It's really important to keep your palm rooted down into the earth, to be stretching out through that supporting arm but not locking the elbow. The moment you lock the elbow, you tend to stress the shoulder. You might need a bit of a bend in the elbow there so you can keep the shoulder firmly on the back and stay supported there. I wouldn't recommend doing either of these poses not warmed up. I've just done a full vinyasa yoga practice myself with a focus on opening the shoulders and the hip flexors, which will help you in these poses. And then I took a shower because normally I practice in my underwear and nobody needs to see that. So that's Wild Thing pose. It's a version of side plank pose. The flip dog involves placing the feet beside each other parallel, and then you press up and open into essentially wheel pose. Sometimes the hand will come to the earth, you'll come into full wheel pose, and then I can show you what to do next. You can either flip back to your dog if that's possible for your shoulders, or you can do a transition laying down on your back and rolling over, and I'll show you both of those, okay? So just watch my feet as I go through the sequence so that you're really sure about the difference between the two poses. I'll just say the names of the poses once I get into them, and hopefully you can see the differences in alignment as we go, okay? We start in the downward facing dog. Wild Thing. Flip dog. Into wheel pose. I like to hug the knee in. I find it's better for my back. You can do a vinyasa between the two sides if you want to. This is the other way to transition out of the pose. I'm a little tighter on my right side, so if you're tighter too, this one will make more sense. Wild Thing pose. Into wheel pose. If you're not comfortable flipping back out, you roll out. Return to your dog from there. You can bring the knee in just for symmetry, and again move through the vinyasa between the two sides if you like. So, they're both big shoulder openers. Be careful with what's happening in the shoulders. And go slow, breathe into them. Make sure that your shoulders are on board with whatever it is that you're doing. And make sure you're making a choice between which of the poses you're doing. Am I staying in Wild Thing pose, which is a little bit more supportive, a little safer for the shoulders? Or am I going to choose to go all the way over and keep my feet parallel, to set them parallel so that they're fully connected to the earth in order to flip over into wheel pose? Two different poses, same transition to get into them. Know which one you're choosing to do, and that's our lesson today, Wild Thing pose and the flip dog. Thanks for listening. You can check out more videos at jcpeters.ca and oceancrow.com. Again, I'm Julie, so be in touch, and I'll see you soon.